What if a film's frame is not just a window to a story, but a living, breathing canvas? Static compositions create powerful images, but it is through dynamic composition, the intricate dance between camera movement, character motion and time, that cinema truly comes alive. This is the art of visual storytelling in motion. In Bong Joon-ho's Parasite, the camera doesn't just move, it falls. The famous descent sequence masterfully deconstructs class hierarchy through composition. We begin in the wealthy Park House, framed by stable horizontals and symmetry. But as the family flees, the frame shatters. Handheld chaos introduces jarring diagonal lines, visually breaking the upper world's balance. The entire movement is a relentless vertical plunge, a physical metaphor for social descent. The final, devastating composition traps them in their flooded home, a caged framing, where the rising waterline cuts the frame in half, and windows act not as exits, but as bars. The dynamic composition makes us feel the inescapable trap of poverty. Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel turns dynamic composition into a precise comic ballet. His world is built on rigid symmetry and central framing. Characters don't just walk, they perform in perfect sync with the tracking camera, locked in the centre of the frame. The environment creates powerful perspective lines that draw our eye into a deeply ordered world. The frame becomes a moving stage, a whimsical but inescapable system of order. Any deviation from this centred composition feels like a rebellion, making the movement itself a narrative about control and chaos. Zhang Yimou's Hero wields dynamic composition on an epic scale to visualize the conflict between the individual and the state. The Qin army moves in vast, terrifying geometric formations, a composition of collective power where motion itself creates parallel lines of force, as with the volleys of arrows. This contrasts with the assassin's duels, framed in the lyrical open compositions of Chinese landscape painting, where movement flows in graceful arcs. The most powerful composition might be Nameless's Walk to the Palace. Crushing perspective lines converge on the distant emperor, reducing the lone hero to a speck on a path of fate. The first shot shows their tomb, and the second shot shows the entire environment, framing their personal sacrifice within the country, a poignant conclusion written not in words, but through the frame itself. From the engineered chaos of Parasite to the symmetrical precision of the Grand Budapest Hotel and the monumental scale of Hero, these cases collectively argue that dynamic composition is cinema's essential language for translating abstract ideas into sensory experience. The movement of the frame is not an accessory to the story, it is the very texture of the narrative itself. By mastering this language, we gain access to a deeper layer of cinematic meaning, where themes are felt, not just understood, and stories are written in light, space, and motion.